All right. Welcome to another Consume Report. This is episode 6. Had some insights recently. Watched a video where they were kind of contrasting, breaking down on things in terms of good experiences, creating or having good experiences versus like handling or preventing bad experiences. And then I was reading Atlas Shrugged, and she talked about a fundamental truth of life is that you exist. So I realized after she said that, I was like, I guess I don't really take that for granted. I feel like I don't act as if that's really true in a way. And then it just kind of occurred to me, like, okay, there's some axes here. It just kind of came together in an aha moment. So you got, I exist versus you exist, and then, creating good experiences versus avoiding, preventing, handling bad experiences. And it just occurred to me that this kind of describes the types. And then, so this axis here, the existence axis, so I've been trying to understand double deciding for a long time. That's kind of been, I felt like if I figured out double deciding, I'd be well on my way to integrating whatever. So I feel like IJZPs, to them, existence is not in question. So, yeah, I exist, you exist, you have your experiences, I have my experiences. Let's just, now we can just move on, and then what kind of experiences do you want to have? It's like how do you want to exist? What's the best way to exist? It's not like, so this, I feel like the existence, EJs and IPs, I feel like we're trying to justify it. We feel like we need to do something in order to justify our existence. So like me, I feel like I have to be able to create and have really good experiences or be really good, better than average. I feel like I have to be better than average in order to just be worthy of, okay, now I can feel comfortable in the world. And it's, I think stereotypically the EJs are like, okay, I'm going to help you have your good experiences or prevent, I'm going to help you with what you're trying to do, and then my existence will be justified, and then I can have my good experiences. So me, I focus on, yes, I want my good experiences, or, handle my bad experiences, but to me, it's more about, do I get noticed? Do I, if people don't notice me, I don't go out of my way to make it known that I'm around. It's like, okay, I won't engage. Whereas I feel like EJs are the opposite, like, hey, let me help you, let me, so whereas the EPs and IJs, the double deciders, they're like, yeah, okay, that's fine. What are you doing? What am I doing? But it's like, hey, trying to maybe optimize. I don't know if that's the best word, but now it's like, okay, let's optimize for this handling of the bad experience, or preventing bad experience, or EPs. Let's optimize our existence. Existence granted. Now, what do we want to do with it? Let's optimize for good, experiences, having, creating. And it's, so like for myself, if you look at my stack over here, if I can get, it looked like there was some light shining. So see, consume. So I would be kind of in here. Like I'm trying to have good experiences for myself, and then play. I'll acknowledge people exist, um, only as long as it's good experiences. I only want to have good experiences with people. And, I try to avoid having bad experiences for myself. I'm not, obviously after learning about OP, I'm trying to get better at, the sleep avoiding and stuff, bad, the tidal waves and whatnot. But then Blast, seeing the good experiences, how people create and have good experiences or prevent and handle their bad experiences, that's obviously my weakest thing. And then, so then when people come in, or I meet people and they, need help with something, I find that I'm only willing to help people as long as it's very specific, very unnuanced, within my wheelhouse. Something that's not like a long, drawn out, like, okay, yeah, I can help you move because, I can do physical things and I can be efficient with that, and it's a one-time thing. But to get involved in some long slog of a, project, or so like I'm a massage therapist. So if a client comes in, it's like, oh, you got this one problem, great, that's kind of my wheelhouse. We can do that. I can help you with that specific thing. But when people come in and they're really vague and they don't really know what's wrong, and then we have to get into a whole thing, and half the time that goes right, half the time that goes, just because I just don't collect that data about people. It's like I'm just very specific solutions, very unnuanced. Whereas some people they're like, I've heard therapists talking to their clients. They're like, oh, do you have you had an injury in this shoulder at some point? Like, I have no idea how they did that, how they know that. Like, I just don't do that. Or people who come in and are like, oh, I have these 3 problems, and they're all in this, or all in different parts of the body, but I still want a full body relaxation, but, extra attention. It's like, now I'm in a time crunch. I'm trying to manage the time, trying to address those issues, trying to hit every part of the body. It's and it's stressful for me. I'm not good at that. So to me, that's like, okay, I'm trying to create a good experience for you, and handle your bad experience at the same time as basically, subsuming myself to your wants and needs. It's just, it's swimming upstream for me. So that's my kind of, that's how my stack fits into this. But this has been helpful for me because just thinking of things in this term, it's just like, oh, yeah, you're trying to have good experiences, or you have had good experiences, and you've learned how to handle bad experiences. You have your expertise in these different things. What's going on? And it's just like, you exist, I exist. Now we can optimize each other's experiences. So that goes into like business and sales, and like now I can understand marketing. It's just like, oh, you just focus on one of these, and this isn't the question. How do you really exist? Justify your existence to me. It's like that's not it. That's just like, you're on this end. To me, that's what sales and business is, and marketing and whatnot. So, yeah, very insightful for me. A good kind of just mental model of what's going on. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And any questions, just leave them in the comments. Thanks.